Thank you, Ian, very much. Thank you all, and all of our guests online here. Awesome being here. I have a few words. It's not intended to be comprehensive, a eulogy of any kind. Just some thoughts that I have, and I'm honored to share. Our dad, your grandpa, your uncle, your friend, truly could have ended up anywhere. But he lived his life here with us. The last of 5 children and the first of only Frank, Carmen, Esther, and Adrian to be born in the United States. Tony was raised by a Spanish-speaking single mother, a bilingual Puerto Rican kid growing up in an ultra-Orthodox Jewish community in Williamsburg, in Brooklyn, New York. Being the youngest, he raised himself in some ways. It's a little-known fact that Tony, while alone in his Bedford Avenue apartment at the age of 5, turned on the stove and routinely made his own bottle. And I mean a milk bottle. He played stickball, ran the streets on Halloween night with a pair of pantyhose filled with flowers, smacking unsuspecting pedestrians in the back, yelling, "Happy Halloween," and running away. He learned how to make zip guns. He imparted that skill to us in the basement on Clark Street. He shined shoes on Times Square, another skill he was proud of. And at age 17, he forged his mom's signature to join the Air Force to serve our country proudly. Our dad's life story is a deep well of inspiration. He was a steadfast optimist. He was expert at finding the silver lining in difficult situations. In fact, some of his final words on this planet were intended to console us in the room and possibly to resolve his own imminent end when he said, "Well, time goes on." Yeah. Mark, Mary Jo, and Tony. Mark, Mary Jo, and Tony have been caregivers to our parents for years. And I want to celebrate their journey. We lift them up along with Tony and Joe. Their constant and ever-giving selflessness provided the most hopeful final chapter for our mom and dad as they transition in mind, spirit, and ultimately body. And I respectfully speak for mom and dad and for myself to say thank you, God. Together, you honored them, helped them with their meaningful passage to the beyond. And Mary Jo fulfilled an especially dutiful role in their lives, and would that we all would have a daughter and a friend like you. Tony Mulert was an amazing life. He was private, he was social, he was kind, he was funny, he was gifted in athletics, he was agile in dance, he was deaf to musical. He was proud of his Brooklyn roots. He was observant in politics. He was critical in ethics. And he was rock solid strong. Several events in his life imbued his spirit with a sense of gratitude for the ordinary. Gratitude for the ordinary. And that was a challenge to all of us who knew him intimately. And I cite 3 chapters from 3 distinct phases. 1, the social and economic circumstances as a child growing up in New York City. And these circumstances directly contributed to the premature demise of his father his oldest brother, and a dear nephew. Number two, getting hit by a train, literally, while a passenger in a car in El Paso, Texas, and being dragged a mile down the tracks, which resulted in over 100 stitches in his most beautiful place. And number three, his midlife physical affliction, which severely and progressively impaired his mobility. I cite these events as markers of his legacy. Any one of these could have been enough to diminish his flame, to darken his skies, but they did not. In this context alone, Tony is a big person. He's a beacon of inspiration and an ever-present call to do things the right way. Tony died on a perfect late Sunday afternoon with the winter sun low and bright, birds outside the window, final visitors quietly passing through his dimming conscious reality. And knowing our dad, he might have been thinking in that final moment, thank you, everyone. I love you all. This is more than I deserve. And we're blessed to have each other here today and online. We're blessed to have Tony on the mantles of our inner lives. And he is blessed to have Joanne in eternity. He's in peace, knowing he led an honorable, a joyful, and a beautiful life. Thank you all.
Thank you.